Nobody is above the law.
Wake up! Hey! He still thinks he's driving for all he knows.
Find out why one for the road is one too many.
Oh, God, I'm in so much trouble. I'm never going to get out of jail now.
On the next Real Stories of the Highway Patrol.
Oh, I don't want to spend the night in jail.
Wednesday night at 7:30 on Cairo TV, Channel 7.
Next, Sally, how far would you go to get your daughter married?
Whoa. You want to swim out to the floor? Be my guest. No way I'm freezing my...
Oh, man. What are you, chicken, huh?
Oh, who are you calling a chicken?
You're getting old on me, dude. Oh, my, I can't believe how cold that water is.
I don't think the pond heats up until July.
I'm numb. I can't move. Listen, I'm glad you came out here with me, though. You know, we really didn't get a chance to talk much last night.
Yeah, well, you were the one with the hot date.
Hey, nowadays you gotta line up to get a date with Rosanna.
That's special, huh?
Yeah, she's that special.
Yeah, that's what you said in your letters. Look, why don't you rustle us up some hot coffee, and then I want to hear a lot more about this special lady.
You ordering me around still?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
I didn't think anyone would be out here now.
No, that's all right. Perfect timing. I'd like to introduce you to my brother, Link. Link, this is Rosanna Cabot.
Hi, Link.
Hi.
Hutch just told me a lot about you.
Yeah, same here. I'm looking forward to getting to know you, Rosanna.
Hal?
I didn't mean to wake you up.
It's okay. I'm so glad to see you. I keep thinking it's all just a dream.
Not a dream.
I'm the luckiest woman alive, you know that?
You're talking to the luckiest guy.
Yeah. Pretty.
They are.
Are they from?
They're from Bob and Kim. Claire called them last night. She spoke to Lisa.
Seen the baby?
You have one very little hungry son here.
Hey. Hey, guy, thanks. Hey. Hey. Boy, I like the sound of that. Did you hear what she said?
I did.
Our son.
We did it.
As the world turns.
Is there a baby formula that's close to breast milk?
It's patterned after breast milk.
How can I be sure the formula I use is gentle?
It's easily digested.
Is there a formula my baby and I can feel good about?
It's the #1 name in infant nutrition, Gerber. We know your breast milk is best for your baby. That's why there simply is no better formula for your baby's nutrition than Gerber, in regular and soy.
If she's happy, I'm happy.
If it doesn't come from you, shouldn't it come from Gerber?
How about Uncle Duke? Do we call him much?
No.
Thank you, Uncle Duke. Next. Thank you. Next.
It's tough finding people for one of those long-distance calling circles.
Next.
Hey, you don't need to do this, because the Most from Sprint makes things easier. The Most saves you up to 36% each month on whomever you call the most, automatically.
Hey! I'm your father!
Say goodbye to messy toothpaste and say hello to the Colgate Clean and Easy stand-up tube. Its pullback nozzle lets you measure out just the right amount. The Colgate Clean and Easy stand-up tube, now at a new low price. Yeah.
Why Massengill?
Mother taught me never to go with strangers.
Why Massengill?
It's the only one I trust.
Why Massengill?
It's my body, that's why.
Massengill douches, always first choice.
Massengill.
Trusted
by more women.
I gotta tell you, this hot coffee's not half bad after that freezing cold water.
Yeah, telling me I'm just starting to get the feeling back in my legs now.
Now, hang on. If you guys are trying to convince me not to go out there, it will work.
Well, if you want to become the human popsicle, you be our guest.
Yeah, how far out did you swim?
Out to the float. But forget about it, you'll never make it.
Oh, yeah? Kind of like last summer when you didn't think I was capable of swimming alone? Well, I think it's about time you boys learned that women are definitely not the weaker sex.
Why did you tell her we swim out to the float? You know we hardly went 3 feet out.
I'm just fooling around. Besides, she'll never get past her ankles anyway.
You don't know Rosanna.
Well, from what you told me, you don't know her so well either. At least not as well as you'd like to.
Yeah, well, Evan Walsh is in Rome now, and I intend to change all that.
You want to take a little brotherly advice?
Sure.
If she wants to play the field, maybe you should too. I mean, take that Debbie, for instance. No, she's pretty cute.
Nah, Debbie, she's really nice, but we're just friends. Like, it wouldn't be right for me to lead her on.
Yeah, suit yourself. So Hutch, why didn't you tell me about Cal and Connor? I mean, I sort of figured things out on my own, and then Cal filled me in on the rest last night.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really didn't feel like it was my place, you know?
Yeah.
Must be tough seeing them together, though. I know you sort of had hopes of getting back together with Connor after things went bad with Marcy, so...
It's ancient history. I just hope Connor doesn't have a problem with me staying out of Cal's.
Yeah. It's gotta be tough, not being able to get serious with anybody because you're still not legally divorced. I mean, I know it was rough on Dad.
Listen, it's fine by me. I don't plan on getting serious about anybody for a long time.
Look, I told you. Look at her. She's all the way up there.
How fair you guys are living out here. The float is totally dry. I guess you couldn't cut it, Hutch.
Hey, that sounds like a challenge if I ever...
Hey, couldn't cut it in your dreams, girl. Woo!
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Debbie. Listen, why don't you get into your suit? The water's great.
What? You've got to be kidding. That water must be freezing. I can't even believe they're in there. Besides, I've got to get to work, and I don't want to be late on my first day. Hutch said he'd drive me in.
No, I think that's going to be a big problem. But I'm driving into town, so I'll give you a ride myself.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
So, Bob, this takes care of what we owe you, and thanks for your help with the taxes.
Oh, that's okay. Listen, can you swing this? There's no rush, I told you that.
That's no problem. No, we sold all our watch stock, you know, to clear this up and any other debts we had. I just kind of wish we waited a couple of weeks, because that stock's higher now than when Paul gave it to us.
Well, listen, after having been burned once or twice myself, the one thing you have to remember about the stock market is don't say if only, or you'll drive yourself crazy.
Well, we won't have to worry about that for a long time, I'm sure.
Who knows?
So anyway, I called my parents last night, collect, and I told them all about you and Dr. Hughes.
Well, what do you think of the Oakdale Yacht Club?
Oh, it's incredible. Courtney, I really envy you working outside all day in a fantastic place like this.
Yeah, it's pretty great, I gotta admit. You know, you're welcome to come back this afternoon if you want to take a swim in the pool. On the house.
Oh, thanks. But Kim invited me to watch the taping of Patterns today.
Oh, is that the patterns about HIV?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's great. Lots of luck with that, Mom.
Thank you, darling.
You're not going to need. She's a pro.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. Listen, honey, speaking of which, I've got to get to the studio.
Okay. I may stop by later to give Margot some support.
Oh, good.
Good. She'd appreciate that.
All right.
See you later.
See you later.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Okay, next up, check messages in the office.
Okay, I'll show you how to do that in case you...
Lily! Hi! Yes, we're back. Hi. Oh, it's so good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Nice to see you, Lily. Gosh.
There's somebody I'd like you to meet. This is Damien Grimaldi. I don't know if you've heard, but we're...
Yeah, you're married. Julie told us. Congratulations.
Thank you. Nice meeting you guys.
Nice to meet you.
I see you're managing the yacht club again this year.
Right family, wrong Dixon. My wife's managing.
Ooh, I have a lot of catching up to do, I see.
Then you probably haven't heard the news about Barbara either. She had a baby boy in Kentucky yesterday.
Kentucky? What is she doing in Kentucky?
Well, Hal's family's out there, and she spent the last few months of the pregnancy out with them.
You know, when I talked to her, she said that it was over with Hal, and she didn't think they'd ever have a future together.
I know. I guess they worked it out, because according to my mom, he showed up right before the baby was born, so I guess they're back together.
Yeah, I guess it just goes to prove that if people are really meant to be together, nothing can keep them apart.
That's my wife, the romantic.
All right, big guy, I think it's time for some introductions. Hello, I'm your old man. And it has been said that I'm not such a bad guy. And if you can throw a football twice as well as I did, you could be a Heisman Trophy winner. But now over here, you see this pretty lady? Now that is your mom. And that's where you lucked out in the genes department, because with her brains and her looks, we're talking Rhodes Scholar and a heartbreaker.
Oh, you.
You know, I'm sitting here, I'm holding him, Barbara. I still can't believe that he's ours.
He's ours.
He's pretty. And that's the...
Hello.
Who's on it? Is it for you?
Margot.
Well, congratulations. How you feeling?
I can't describe it. I feel delirious. Can't believe that Hal's sitting right here.
Yeah, well, I'm having a pretty hard time believing it myself.
Go to mommy.
Oh, come here.
Go to mommy.
Come on, come on, come on. Yes, it's okay.
Hey, partner.
Well, hey, yourself, how's the new daddy holding up?
The new daddy's just on the top of the world since he got down here in time to see his son get born.
Oh, I'm just glad you got down there in time.
Thanks to Tom. Listen, Margot, I hope you're not going to go too hard on the guy for keeping my little secret.
Hal, that's between me and Tom. And to be honest, I'm still not too thrilled with your part in it either, but I just called you now to wish you both the best. We'll talk again soon, okay?
You bet.
Hey! Hey, Pa. I figured it's about time. I got a good look at my grandson.
Good luck. What do you think, huh?
There you
Oh, he's a Munson, all right. Look at the, you can see that shit anywheres, huh?
Oh, come on, don't do that to him.
I like you, kid. I like you.
You did real good, Barbara.
Thank you.
Now when my time comes to join your brother Billy, I can rest in peace knowing that I got a grandson to carry on the family name.
Yeah. But before you go to your reward, Pa, have a cigar.
Thank you.
Oh, I bet that's the nurse ready to take you to the pediatrician. Yes. Yes.
Oh, well, it's not going to chase me out here too quick. Hello?
Oh, I don't want
That's
to.
not the nurse.
Lisa. Oh, Barbara. Oh, you baby. Come here. Oh.
You see, it just proves miracles do happen.
Shower to shower.
Introducing Shower to Shower Antiperspirant with cornstarch.
Shower freshness over the day.
You better sit down for this. The tampon you probably use was designed ages ago by a man. A woman gynecologist designed OB. It expands all around. It helps prevent fluid going by. OB, you can stand up for it.
Years ago, when this was my piano, your mom helped me dust it with Pledge. It's had a beautiful shine every week and every year with no buildup. Oh, but she did leave a few fingerprints.
Now that it's ours, I use Touchable Pledge, so smears just disappear.
With Touchable Pledge, the shine stays, but the smears disappear.
Oh, I remember teaching someone that...
That same song.
Pledge for a touchable shine with no buildup from S.E. Johnson Wax.
6 o'clock.
Hi, Tim. Hey, collecting for the paper. Gee, something smells great. Tim, you always show up when I'm making chicken and stovetop.
Really?
Come on. Can Tim stay? Celery, onions, herbs, and spices.
Yeah. 8 o'clock.
Tim, you always show up when I'm making stovetop.
Really?
You can never get enough stovetop stuffing. And to make as little or as much as you want, try stovetop in the canister.
Sunday, Jessica jams in a heavy metal murder.
Who said anything about music and murder going together?
But a different kind of heavy metal could kill her on Murder, She Wrote. Then, the biggest stars return to the stage. Find out who will win for Best Performances, Best Play, and Musical. Live from Broadway, Liza Minnelli hosts the Tony Awards Sunday.
Morning.
Oh, hey, you look great for staying up 2 nights in a row, all night talking. Thank you for that.
I enjoyed being there for you.
Well, it was really needed. I mean, with everything that's going on with Lily, feeling so cut off.
It's nice to see that back on your finger again.
Well, now, don't get any ideas.
I told you when I gave it to you. It is simply a reminder ring. Remember what? Hey! Hi.
Oh,
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm glad you're here. I want to talk to you for a minute. Excuse us, please.
Excuse me.
Now, what is going on with Tom and Margot? Please.
Nothing that can't work out, no? How are things going with Iva, huh?
Oh, better. Yeah, better.
Well, I'm really glad we had a chance to talk.
I'm sorry for the way things turned out with Lily and Holden.
Yeah, well, have you seen her?
No, and I take it you haven't talked to her either, huh?
No, I don't think I will. Did you know that she was married?
I'll talk to her, Iva.
Well, I guess I should call Carl up in Boston after breakfast.
You know, it's not too late to change your mind.
I don't want to.
Are you sure? Well, I mean, I would hate for you to turn down the chance to be the head of pediatrics just because of me, and then regret it somewhere down the line.
I didn't do it for you. I did it for us.
You're not going to try to tell me that you didn't want that job.
I think what I'm trying to tell you is that my priorities have changed. Look, there was a time when I would have jumped at this opportunity. But for the first time in my life, I have somebody else to consider. Somebody whose happiness is as important to me as my very own. And honey, I like it that way. So I guess what I'm trying to tell you is from here on out, the decisions, the big decisions, they have to be made for us as a couple.
What if something works for one person and doesn't work for the other?
Then we'll have to figure out whose need is greater. Oh, gee, I'd hate to let my waffles get cold. Hello there.
Well,
Morning.
the suspense is killing me. Are you two going to Boston or what?
Or what? We just decided there were too many people here we would miss and too many people here that we love.
Oh, what a relief. I know this is going to sound totally selfish, but I am so glad you two are staying. Oh, me too.
Hey, how about a cup of coffee?
That'd be great.
Okay.
Mom, I know what you're thinking. Listen, I want you to know that last night, Royce and I had the most incredible night. He was so gentle,
Please, spare me the details, okay? I've seen enough battered women in the ER to last me a lifetime.
I am not a Look, I just wish you wouldn't make such an issue of all of this. I already told you it was an accident.
An accident? Once, maybe, but twice? Listen, I'm your mother, remember? I'm also a doctor, and frankly, I'm worried about you. Especially, and don't bite off my head for saying this, especially considering your track record with men.
Oh, my track record? Well, should I remind you what your track record was like before you met Larry? Mom, can't you just be happy for me? Because I know, without a doubt in my mind, that Royce is the man that I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I have a feeling tonight's the night he's going to ask me to marry him.
Season after season, year after year, nothing sounds so good in the morning as breakfast with log cabin syrup. Log cabin, rich maple flavor, and mornings to remember.
Big odors lurk in small places.
Stick it to 'em with stick-ups.
Big odors linger in small places.
Stick it to 'em with stick-ups.
Concentrated Airwick Stick-Up stop big odors in small places. Airwick Stick-Up.
Stick it to 'em.
There's a super sale at America's biggest superstore. It's the Memorial Day sale at Sears Brand Central. All refrigerators, all ranges, all microwaves, all washers and dryers, all dishwashers. They're all at least 10% off. All TVs, all camcorders, all 4-head VCRs, all computers. They're priced to move. And Sears will meet anybody's advertised price for the same item. It's a super sale, but it's short. It's all over Wednesday. Get to Sears Brand Central's Memorial Day sale now.
Thank you. To all of you attracted by Buick's reputation for quality, but who think a new Buick is beyond your means, may I make the following suggestion? Go see the new Buick Skylark Custom. It is every bit a quality Buick. And as the most affordable Buick for 1993, it makes Buick quality more attractive than ever.
The heat of stardom ignites a songwriter's rage.
I want 50,000 to begin with.
And fair play could become foul play in the heat of the night. Then, think you've seen it all on TV talk shows? Wait till you see what goes on behind the scenes. Everybody's talking. An all-new 48 hours after Heat of the Night. Tonight.
Eye to Eye with Connie Chung coming June 17th.
It's really getting hot out there in the fields today.
Wow, you're sweating like a pig.
I know it. Oh, hey, what do you say I race you out there to the float?
Yeah, wait. After you made me swim all the way out there in that freezing cold water this morning, and you guys hadn't even gotten your feet wet.
Hey, wait a minute. I swam all the way out there, too.
Oh, I forgot. Only after I did, though, to save face.
Well, and maybe to catch a couple of minutes alone with you, too. Even if it did mean freezing my buns
I
off.
think the water froze your brain. Oh, feels good now, though. What?
I was just thinking how nice it is that we can joke around like this and have a good time. I mean, it's quite a leap from last summer.
Well, maybe that's because you aren't lecturing me so much anymore. Like last summer, you telling me that I couldn't swim all by myself? Excuse me.
Well, wait a second. That was only until you proved that you could swim by yourself. And until I came up with a new excuse to make you spend time with me.
Oh, that was it.
Well, partly. I'm glad that you decided to stay here and work this summer instead of the yacht club.
Yeah. Me too. So, I'm glad your brother Link is here now. I know it means a lot to you.
Oh, I know. I've missed him so much. It's great to see him. He's so easy to talk to.
I'm glad he's here for another reason, too.
Really? What?
Well, he did drive Debbie out to the yacht club this morning, so you had to stay here with me.
You sure you want to stay for lunch? You feel uncomfortable, you know? Don't have to.
Well, there's a lot of memories here, but eventually I have to face them. I'd rather face them with you. Oh, there's Link. Hi.
Hey, how was your game?
Damien won both games, as usual. Never lets me win.
Link, will you be going over at M&A today?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'm going over there right now.
Good. Will you please tell Emily I've decided to take the day off and spend it with my wife?
Oh.
The yacht club, lolling in the sun, a dip in the pool. Oh, are you sure I can't tempt you?
Probably. But then I wouldn't get all my T's crossed and my I's dotted, my blueprints for the tower, and then we'd have to postpone our big evening.
Oh, on second thought, you know, tuna and rye at my desk sounds pretty darn good. Oh, I can't wait to see what you've got planned for us tonight. Oh, I forgot to ask you, did you ever find the pocket watch?
Nope. Looked everywhere. It must be stuck in a pocket someplace. But don't worry. Graham will track it down.
Oh, hello. Sorry if I interrupted.
No, you didn't. I was just leaving. See you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Well, Royce, I can't believe you're just about ready to wind this thing up.
Yep. As soon as I finish these blueprints. It's your baby, Todd.
I can't wait to put her up. What's next for you, Royce?
Well, I'm not sure. But I got a feeling it'll be a trip back to Amalfi on the list. Now, I want you to start taking bids from local suppliers.
Okay.
Wow. Something stuck here. There. Oh my God.
What is it, Royce?
You want the best for your kids. My parents did. My kids will want the best for their kids. Even with something as simple as a snack. I feel great about giving my son new Simply Kudos. And he feels great about eating it, believe me, with its whole grains and crispy rice. Plus it's got honey and almonds, too. He loves the way it tastes. I don't always agree with him, but on that, I do. New 100-calorie Simply Kudos. See how delicious, nutritious can be.
There is an allergy medicine so effective, it relieves allergy symptoms just as well as the leading prescription brand. It's called chlortriniton.
It looks like you get very rich very fast at American Family, Ed.
Well, these people won millions, Dick.
Sensational. Whose picture goes here?
That's reserved for the new $10 million winner.
Another one?
It could be you this soon.
Simpson pitched the tent. Sterling stoked the fire. And it was Beeler who bagged the food. Introducing KFC hickory wings. Tender wing pieces, lightly breaded and fried, then brushed with a hickory mesquite-flavored sauce. It's a taste appreciated by great outdoorsmen. And not so great. New KFC hickory-flavored wings for a limited time. Regular serving $1.99, large $5.99.
We are KFC. We do chicken right.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Millions of you have never seen picket fences. Maybe you were watching something else. Guess what? That something else is now in reruns.
We saw this crime spree. We'll be heroes.
Why not try something totally unexpected and almost totally undiscovered?
This is juice.
Picket Fences, the best show you've never seen, Friday on a special night.
This is CBS.
Briefly, some of the stories we'll follow for you. Quite a power outage this morning in Seattle. A look at our traffic now.
This Father's Day weekend, it's the Bon Marche's 10th annual Dad and Me Family Fun Run, June 19th at Marymore Park. From the competitive 5K run and easygoing family walk to the half and 1.5 mile fun runs, it's a day of activity for all. Plus, you could win a trip for 4 to Disneyland from Alaska Airlines featuring great packages to Southern California. Register today at all Seattle area Bon Marches. Proceeds benefit Boys and Girls Club of King County. For more information, call 344-8709.
Homelessness isn't something you dream of. It just happens. A lost job, an illness or injury, and there you are, on the street. This summer, Cairo and the Seattle Housing Resources Group will renovate the old Union Hotel in Pioneer Square. Together, we'll build 50 permanent, affordable apartments for single, homeless adults. But we can't do it alone. Please call Cairo's Housing Hotline at 298-9051 and help the homeless recover their dreams.
Adult siblings who are still rivals. Next on A U.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
It's like Emily's got on blinders when it comes to Royce Keller.
She got any more bruises on her arm?
No, but then how could I tell with those long sleeves she was wearing? And she thinks he's gonna pop the question tonight?
Hey, listen, what is this I hear about you perhaps going to Boston General?
Boy, nothing gets by you, does it?
No.
Well, as a matter of fact, they offered me head of pediatrics.
Really? And?
I turned them down.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. I'm greatly relieved. Why?
Well, a lot of factors, actually, but Basically, it was a mutual decision.
Cute. Excuse me. How'd Holden's meeting go with the boys?
Oh, good, good. It just gets harder and harder every time, though.
It's not going to get any easier the longer you wait.
John, I know that, but I just can't. I can't do it
There
now.
is no perfect time for this, and never will be.
Well, have you made the big decision yet?
Yep. We decided that there were just too many things and, well, too many people that we'd miss. So, I turned the job down. Speaking of which, if I don't get back to work, I may not have the job I got now.
That's right.
See you.
Okay. Well, how come you're not jumping for joy?
Because I don't know if I did the right thing. Telling him I didn't want to move, doesn't that strike you as a little bit selfish?
It strikes me as being very honest, so stop feeling guilty and start being happy.
I don't know. Force of habit? Hey, we're going to go to the yacht club for lunch. You want to come with us? Our treat.
Oh. Well, you know, today's that taping at Patterns, Living with HIV. And I want to be there for Margot. I'm sure, you know, she's going to be reminded of a lot of painful memories.
Oh, I've really missed you, Gil. How are you doing, huh?
Good. Still symptom-free, knock wood.
Oh, great. And Ben, how's he?
He's not so great. Back in the hospital, but he seems to be responding to treatment, so we have our fingers crossed.
All right. Oh, hey, guys. Come here, I want you to meet someone really special. This is Gil. He was a big help to me in my HIV support group.
Hi,
Gil. This is
Hi.
my brother, Andy.
Nice to meet you. Hi.
This is my father-in-law, Dr. Hughes.
Hi, Gil. How are you?
Hi.
Whose wife happens to be producing this program.
Oh, really? Great. Oh, the rest of the group is here. Excuse me, okay?
Nice to see you.
You too.
So what brings you here?
Well, I guess. I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you. So, Tom's not here yet?
No, he's not going to be here. He's swamped at work.
Oh,
Look who's here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Dawn.
Since I'm not doing the show, I thought the best thing I could do was come by and give my best friend some moral support. Simone is covering for me at Fashion since Lisa's in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, I spoke to Hal and Barbara earlier. They sound incredibly happy.
Well, that's no surprise. Isn't it nice they were able to work things out?
Dawn, why don't we go over and say hi to Yvonne and Sarah?
Sure.
Hi, Dawn. I guess things are still pretty tense between Tom and Margot.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry the tour took so long, but Janice made a big hit for the boys in the control room.
I'll bet. I can't believe how many shows you produce. Well, we're not L.A. or New York, but we're pretty proud of the work we do. Well, I can see why. Thanks again for letting me watch the taping. My pleasure. I think some of my other guests are here, so if you'll excuse me, I'll say hello.
Okay.
Hi. Your mom's amazing. You must be really proud of her.
Oh, yeah.
This is my husband, Max. Max, hi.
Thank you
nice
for
to
your
meet you.
support.
And my daughter, Amanda. Hello, Amanda. Aren't you a pretty young lady? Well, I want you all to meet the station manager, so just a minute, I'm going to go. Oh, here you are. Hi.
You know, Janice is a very impressive young girl. Bright, energetic.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. I've been thinking maybe we should offer her a job.
You're right.
Meantime, come and excuse me. You have a long-distance phone call from a Barbara Ryan? Oh, excuse me, just a minute. Hello, Barbara? Oh, honey, congratulations. Did you get our flowers?
They're right here, and they're absolutely beautiful. No, I can't believe he's here.
You know, Lisa, the only downside to this whole thing is what's going on with Tom and Margot. I feel so damned responsible for
Hal,
that.
no, the only thing that you should be concerned about right now is your wife and that new little baby. Tom and Margot work out their problems.
Kim sends her love.
Hey, where'd Harold go?
Oh, Harold is absolutely glued to the nursery window. I can't unglue him.
Oh, yes, he's crazy about his namesake.
Namesake?
Mhm.
What's this about a namesake?
Oh, well, when I thought you were dead, I decided that since we were having a son, that he should be named after you, Hal Jr.
Oh. You did?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sweetheart, if I were dead, that would be fine. But you see, I'm Harold Jr., and I'm not dead, and that would make our son, Harold the Third. We don't want to saddle him with Harold the Third.
I hadn't thought of that. You'd prefer that we pick out a little something together?
Together.
For our son?
Okay.
Well, I think on that note, I will go find Harold.
So, any bright ideas, Mr. Munson?
Well, let's see. I've always been partial to Sergei or Boris. Guess I've been working undercover too long.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, actually, there is a name on my mother's side of the family.
Really?
Yeah. Maynard.
Maynard?
Maynard, actually. It's
Maynard Munson.
Maynard P. for Phineas.
Oh.
Maynard Phineas Munson. What do you think?
Over my dead body.
No.
It was big. Huge, large, astronomically big. Pizza Hut!
Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza delivered for just $10.99. It's bigger than Pizza. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. A legendary value.
If you're concerned about the sun, seek shade. A new kind of shade. Shade UVA Guard sunscreen provides more UVA protection than ordinary sunscreens. So look for shade. New Shade UVA Guard.
Summer is my favorite time in the whole world. You get to make new friends.
New friends.
This summer, 35 million families will go on vacation to rediscover the world and each other.
I have my parents. I have my parents all to myself.
Who would know families better than Holiday Inn? Kids don't just stay free, kids travel under eat free at participating hotels.
Pancakes every day. 1-800-HOLIDAY or your travel agent.
Holiday Inn, the official hotel for family fun.
I had worked so hard and waited so long for this day. My own class, my name on the blackboard. But what I didn't count on was a terrible headache. That's when I reached for my Tylenol.
Now more than ever, more people turn to Tylenol for powerful pain relief.
The Tylenol worked. The day was like a dream.
Extra strength Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
Don't you think it'll be much more pleasant discussing business out here than inside a stuffy old office?
Top-notch executive decision. So how's your first day going?
Oh, I'm a wreck.
Oh, I bet you're doing great.
Oh, well, there's Ellie. I had no idea she was in town.
You know, I was talking to them while I was waiting on you, and it's so strange talking to Holden and having him relate to me like I'm a complete stranger.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm gonna go over and say hi. Why don't you get us the table and I'll join you in a sec.
Okay.
Hey, you! Emily! When did you get into town?
Well, I got in yesterday evening, and I was going to call you right after lunch. It's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
So are you surviving Lucinda's reign over at Meridian?
Well, I'm coping. It's working with Kurt that's very bizarre.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I hope you can join Royce and me for dinner while you're in town.
Well, actually, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in town, but I did see the model that he made, the tower for Worldwide. It's amazing.
Well, actually, if I can get Royce to design something for us in Montego, the PR would be terrific. Maybe I'll give him a call.
No, don't you dare. I want him to stick around here for a little while, thank you. Listen, you guys have a nice lunch.
Okay.
You were right. This place is beautiful.
I can't believe Kirk wants to sell it.
I wanted to take this opportunity to make amends to you for the lies I told about Aaron. And I just wanted you to know that Iva did,
Leo,
that we
thank you.
did what we did just to protect you.
It's okay.
And Holden.
Thank you for that. It's okay. I never blamed you anyway. I don't want to talk about Iva. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Craig? Oh, I want you to meet my sister's husband.
Hi.
Craig! Oh, how are you?
Good.
This is my husband, Damien. This is Craig and...
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Holden.
Hi. I need to give the garage a call. Check on the truck. Excuse me.
Well, Ellie, just excuse me for a second. You don't know this about us, but we're very close. I almost raised her. I gotta have a little father-daughter chat. Excuse me.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Ellie. Nice to meet you.
Damien. It's a pleasure. They seem very close.
Yeah, they are. Craig really helped Lily through some hard times with Lucinda.
I know Lily and Lucinda had quite a history.
They still do.
I know Lily thinks that the disaffirmation is going to change all of that, but you can't really change your feelings by signing a piece of paper.
I'm aware of that. But if they ever do have a relationship again, it will be on an equal footing.
You know, I just think it's really sad, Andy. I mean, Damien seems like a nice guy and all. I really hope that things would work out for Lily and Holden.
I don't think there's any chance of that now. But I'll tell you, I'm just glad that we got a second chance.
All right, what I want to know is, are you really happy? Truth.
Extremely happy. Truth. Truth.
With everything's going on with Lucinda?
Oh, I don't want to talk about Lucinda,
Come on,
okay?
Lily, that's not very realistic. You can't just fly off to Italy and forget about the people that love you, people you love.
I can come back.
That's not
I
the
visit.
same as being with your family.
I have Damien. He is my family. We will have children.
Uh-huh.
We will have our own family, just like you and Sierra.
Look, sweetie, these ties are not so easily broken.
I know you're trying to help. I appreciate it. But I don't want to talk about it. Okay?
All right. We'll have to talk about it sometime. I want you to face up to these things, okay? Damien, Kingsley Malta, huh? I would love the opportunity to talk about business with you. Some great investment opportunities in Montega. Port facilities are terrific.
I'd like that. But it will have to be some other time. Today, I promised my wife no business, right?
What are you guys doing here?
Oh, we're sort of having a no place like home celebration.
Well, great. You both remember Link Lafferty, don't you?
Sure. I hear you're the rising star of Stritco Oil.
Well, I thought it was about time I earned my keep.
Listen, do you guys want to join us for lunch?
Sure. We just want to say hello to Courtney.
Okay. I can't get over how much you've changed. You used to loathe anything that had to do with business or the corporate world.
Well, I guess I've grown up a lot since then.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Will you excuse me a second?
Sure.
Thanks.
Is that Royce Keller?
Yep. I thought you were working straight through lunch, Roy.
What I found in my office.
Oh, my Lord. Have you shown this to the...
Margot's not due in until 2.
To hundreds of people, Oregon's Hood River Farmers Market is a salad lover's dream. Right down to their dressing. Wishbone. Robust flavors like new Wishbone Sierra. A creamy California blend bursting with the tangy taste of sun-ripened tomatoes. No wonder in a place where taste comes by the bushel, the dressing so many choose wears the name Wishbone. You couldn't wish for more.
For me, looking good is a job requirement. I can't have flakes. That's why I use Head & Shoulders Dry Scalp Shampoo. It helps protect your scalp's natural moisture and helps prevent flakes before they start. Because beautiful hair can't have flakes.
When you add baking soda to the cavity-fighting formula of Crest, the dentist's choice, you get something you may not be getting from other baking soda toothpastes. Cavity protection accepted by the American Dental Association. New Crest with baking soda.
I've heard it before.
It's new. It's improved.
I'll believe it when I see it. Then I see this new double power surf. Cute, huh? I mean, other detergents seem watery, but you can see that this stuff is packed so thick with double the cleaning power, half the liquid gets out the toughest dirt and odors. Hey, no dirt, no smells. Things are completely clean. So Surf is new. And this t-shirt really is improved.
New double power surf removes dirt and odors.
Reach for a star and read Ted Danson's tender story of his 9-month romance with Whoopi Goldberg. He says their love is here to stay. Then, Beverly Hills 9021. Uh-oh. TV brat Shannon Doherty's lover says she threatened to shoot me and run me over. Reach for a star and see how this ex-Miss Universe beauty lost 50 pounds with a new diet candy. Plus, meet Liz Taylor's private army. Israeli sharpshooters with Uzi machine guns guard her 24 hours a day. Reach for a star.
I got my results last week. They were positive. Strange word when it means you've got the AIDS virus. I've been too scared to tell my family, friends.
So in other words, they're going to find out when this program is aired?
Maybe that's partly why I'm here. Easier than telling them in person.
Why is that?
Well, it's pretty scary stuff, wondering how the people you love are going to react. It took Max a little while to come around after he found out that Yvonne was infected, but now he's there for her all the way, and for their daughter. I'm still waiting for my family to come around. They haven't abandoned me like some have, but they just scrub up after me so they won't catch it. You know, paper plates, disinfectant. All very discreetly, so I won't feel like a pariah.
It's like the parents of Amanda's classmates. At first they were so scared. A few of them even said they didn't want her attending that school. But we hung in there and we answered their questions, and it made a difference.
Which is one of the reasons that we're all here today. There's still so much fear and misinformation about HIV. I mean, there are people who believe that you can pass this virus on with casual encounters.
Well, Kim, I'm sure proof that it's not spread casually. I mean, my wife and I practice safe sex, of course, but we share a bed and we live as closely together as two people possibly could, and I have not been infected.
You know, your stories may be different, but I'm really struck by the courage and the determination that I see in every single one of you.
Oh, well, this group really showed me how to find it. I remember my very first meeting. Gil, you talked about empowerment, and I realized that it was up to me to take control of my life.
And to make the best of whatever happens.
Yeah, but now I'm sure that some of my viewers are going to wonder how you can make the best out of a life-threatening disease.
I think we prefer to call it life challenging. We focus on what we can do with the time we have left, however long that might be. In my case, it's raising money for AIDS research so that, God willing, we'll find a cure. Preferably in my lifetime.
But isn't that what we should all be doing anyway? I mean, deciding what's really important to us? I mean, I found out that I wasn't infected, but those 6 months of waiting, it taught me how fragile life is, how precious. And I promised myself that I wasn't going to waste one single minute, and I wasn't going to take anyone or anything for granted again.
Margot, that's good advice for all of us. We'll be back after these messages.
Bob,
Oh, hello.
I caught the end of what Margot was saying. How's it going?
It's wonderful. I think it's the best show that Kim's ever done. It's got to bring back some tough memories for Margot, though.
Yeah. Oh, where's Tom?
Margot told him not to come.
Hey! Hey!
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you're thinking about going in that water. Those are Arctic waters out there. I'm serious.
Like just what I need.
Oh, all right. Don't say I didn't warn you, though. I'm gonna go check that irrigation system you put in.
One more thing I can't remember.
Oh, man, that's gotta be tough. Having your whole life wiped out like that and then having to relearn who you are.
Well, you know, you get used to it. Hey, I met your brother today over at the yacht club. Seems like a nice guy.
Link? Yeah, he's the best. It's good to have him back.
Lily was there with her new husband.
Holden, listen. If you ever need to talk, you know, I'm a good listener.
I'll see you.
Hey, I finished weeding all the... Oh, you didn't make Holden go out there, did you? Holden, it's freezing!
Poor guy. After everything he's been through, now he finds out that Lily's married to this guy, Damien.
Really bugs you when people aren't feeling too good about themselves, doesn't it? I think that's one of the things I like about you.
One, huh? Is there any others?
I don't know. Give me some time. Maybe I'll think of something.
And unto Muffy and Lucky was born Blackie, and from Blackie issued forth Jerry and Teddy and Perry, whereafter Perry begat Sugar and Spice. Then came Whitey the Meek and Samantha the Brave. The world was then graced by Bruce the Good, Flip, and Georgette the
Purina
Slutty.
Cat Chow brand cat food for cat chow care, generation after generation.
And Snookums.
Glad to see you're resting up, because this June you're going to be doing a whole lot of traveling. June's when AT&T is putting the world on sale, with an extra 40% off the usual Reach Out World savings during special hours every Saturday and Sunday in June. There's a world full of people waiting to hear from you. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now. International savings for the way you call. Just another part of the iPlan.
If it's okay with you, we'd like to name our boy Billy.
Your brother be real proud. Mighty proud.
Well, that's it then. Everyone, I would like to introduce William Ryan Munson.
We're going to call him Will for short. That's a beautiful name, and I love it.
I know you two guys just got here, but would you mind going down to the cafeteria for some ice cream or something? I have a little question that I would like to
I
ask
just
Barbara.
love ice cream.
Be my guest, dear.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.
Hi. Is everything all right? I mean, there's nothing else that you have to...
No, everything's fine, hon. Everything's fine. There's just one small thing.
What?
His name. I think we should make it airtight legal. Barbara Ryan, will you marry me again?
Yes. Yes. Sorry about the mix-up with the boys this morning. Tom and I will get our signals straight next time.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Margot? I was hoping that we could talk this thing out before it goes any further.
Mama, we've talked and talked and talked.
Great. Well, maybe it's time to listen for a change. Did you believe what you said at the taping today? No, when you were talking about how that animal had raped you and you thought that you were infected. Oh, honey. You have seen some of the worst that life can deal out. And now you got this thing with Tom, but don't you see that it is minor in comparison to what you've been through? Don't you have any faith in what you said? That you're not going to waste one single minute with the people you love? Especially Tom.
Look, Mama, you don't understand.
Shh. Listen. You learn a lot more by listening. Now you think about it.
Margot.
Oh, Royce, I got the message. You wanted to talk to me. Sounded important.
Yeah, I found something in my office I thought you'd want to take a look at right away. It's a suicide note from Michael Alcott.
Dynamite suggestions, Link. Cal's gonna love it. Well, listen, I think we've done all the work we can do here, so what do you say we head back to the office?
Okay.
Because tonight is one night I don't want to get stuck working late. And tonight, Royce has planned a very special evening for us.
Lucky guy.
Come on.
Come on.
Well, it'd be pretty great if you guys took Mama up on her offer and came out to the farm tonight for dinner. I know it'd mean a lot to her. Yeah.
I don't know what our plans are.
Lily, I'm sure that Iva would like to see you.
No. No way.
Lily, whatever Iva did, right or wrong, her motive was out of love. She loves you.
Come on.
It's nice to meet you.
Take care, guys.
All right, there you go.
That's fine as this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'd like to call the hotel and see if there is any messages before we go.
Okay. Pat on my nose.
All right.
Okay. I don't feel like Haley has problems. I feel like the world has some problems. And sometimes I feel like my job is standing in front of her and cutting a path through the world. Haley can walk down the path, but we've got to get the obstacles out of the way. We use stain stick from Spray and Wash because the last place we need a challenge is in the laundry room. And stain stick is powerful enough. I can treat the clothes, throw them down, forget it for up to a week if I want to. Concentrating on life is important. Worrying about the laundry is not.
Just weeks from now.